Hi, the Air 2S is out now, and should you upgrade to the Air 2S? Hi, welcome back to BKM Tech and Gadgets. This channel's all things tech and gadgets, so I hope you enjoy my channel. So if you could hit the like button, that would be much appreciated. And if you're new to my channel, could you subscribe to my channel for future videos that will be coming on this channel. So as you all seen from the intro, you've seen the Mavic Air 2, which is here. So I'm just gonna say that the Mavic Air 2 and the new Air 2S, I would just say there's some incremental changes regarding the Air 2S. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of things with you today, telling you should you upgrade from the Air 2 to the Air 2S. If you've got the Air 2 here, which is a brilliant drone, I'll just go through some things what the Air 2S has. So really I'm just going to go through the sensors, the transmission and the camera. So as I said, it's just incremental upgrades. Do I think you should upgrade if you've got the Air 2 already to the Air 2S? So I'm just going to go into that now, go through and see if it's worth upgrading. Okay, so the Air 2S does fly a little bit faster than the Air 2 and a little better stable flight, but both the Air 2 and Air 2S are really the same, but with the Air 2S there is some incremental changes. So the first thing on the drones, well the Air 2S, is the optical sensors which they have on the top of the drone, which will help with the obstacle avoidance and flying upwards. But really they don't really work that well when flying forward at speed as the drone pitches downwards. What they should have done with the Air 2S, in my personal opinion, would have had to put side sensors on, would have been a better option for the drone as you move the drone side to side to avoid crashing. So the sensors alone are not worth upgrading to the Air 2S. If you have the standard Air 2, which I do, and anybody has the Air 2. So the next thing I would say regarding the Air 2S as a worthy upgrade, so the transmission on the Air 2S is OcuSync 3.0, okay? So it's one step up from the OcuSync 2.0 on the Air 2, okay? The reason why they've put the OcuSync on the Air 2S 3.0 is the FPV capability, okay? So that's on the FPV DJI drone, which is out now, okay? So that's the reason why they put that on there, so it gives a better transmission and low latency. So now on the Air 2 is OcuSync 2.0, which is really good. I have had no issues with the transmission on my Air 2 and is rock solid. So is the OcuSync 3.0 much better than 2.0? Not really, unless you're flying FPV. So again, I would say that's just a minor incremental upgrade to the Air 2. So the Air 2S has a 1-inch sensor, which is really good for low light shots, better dynamic range and improved low light. On the Air 2 it's 1/2-inch sensor, but it's still really good. So again, you know, if you're doing a lot of low light footage at night, or you know, in the morning, you know, sunrise or sunset, I would say that the 1-inch sensor on the Air 2S is going to be a lot better. But again, I still wouldn't say that's a reasonable upgrade from the Air 2. Frame rate on the Air 2 is 4K 60 frames per second, and the highest on the Air 2S is 5.4K at 30 frames per second. They do all the other frame rates on the Air 2S compared to the Air 2. So devices today can't display in 5.4K. So again, you know, I'm not saying the Air 2S is a bad drone, but is it going to be again like a worthy upgrade from the Air 2? Because most devices today can't display in 5.4K. So I wouldn't say it's a really a good, you know, worthy upgrade. So, but the good thing with the 5.4K on the Air 2S is that you can crop in an image because there's more detail in the frame. So that is just one good thing I would say on the Air 2S. With the colour profiles as well, the Mavic Air 2 has a normal and D-Cine-like 8-bit colour profile, which records in 8-bit profile. So the Air 2S has a colour profile of D-Log, HLG and normal, and the D-Log and HLG has a 10-bit colour, so it retains a lot more colour information and dynamic range when you know, take video or pictures with the Air 2S. So it's going to give a lot better dynamic range. 10-bit colour, and is a lot heavier when editing and colour grading with the Air 2S's footage, and you've got to have a really fast computer to run this on. So if you've got the Mavic Air 2, you know, it runs in 8-bit colour, but you know, you'd be fine editing and colour grading there. So when it comes to photos, the Air 2S uses a full 1-inch sensor for photos, which has a 20 megapixel to take RAW and JPEG photos. The Mavic Air 2 has a 12 megapixel camera on its half-inch sensor, but it's a quad-bare camera and can take 48 megapixel photos with its camera. Okay, so you can get 48 megapixels. It's not quite 48 megapixels because what it does it through pixel stitching, but the quality is really good. But you can still get the same quality on both drones regarding the different megapixels. So on both drones, even though the Air 2 does have 48 megapixel and the Air 2S has a 20 megapixel, you can't really tell, you know, the difference. It's very hard to tell the difference between the photos. The other thing on the Air 2S is Mastershots. It's not on the Mavic Air 2, but I think with an upgrade they may put the Mastershots on the Mavic Air 2. So what the Mastershots is on the Air 2S, it's using Quickshots like Droney, Circle, Helix, etc. and it stitches them all together and does a little video for you. So it can make a really good shot as well, you know, just to make your videos a lot better and more professional. So the Mavic Air 2 has Active Track 2.0 and the Air 2S has 3.0. Again, I would say that's an incremental upgrade as well, because the Active Track on the Mavic Air 2 2.0 is really good. I've had no issues with that, and I've seen videos on the Air 2S with the 3.0 as well. But like, again, you know, it is just a minor incremental upgrade. Okay, so the question is then, Is the Air 2S a worthy upgrade from the Mavic Air 2 if you already have the Mavic Air 2 and you've just recently gone out and bought it, which, you know, again, I would say is a really good drone before the Air 2S came out. So if you're going to be just like simple color grading and you just want really good shots, the Mavic Air 2 is really good. So again, if you fly a lot in low light conditions and want the best resolution video and photo quality at 5.4K, then go for the Air 2S. Like I said, the Mavic Air 2 drone is only a year old now. Okay, so it would be worth, you know, holding out for like the Mavic 3 instead of upgrading to the Air 2S at this point, because that's going to be obviously a lot more expensive. It's going to have a lot more features on it, a lot more professional features on there. So the Mavic Air 2, you know, it's a brilliant drone and I've had no issues with it, you know, have good photo, good video with it. The next probably DJI drone is going to come out, like I said, it's probably going to be the Mavic Pro 3, which is probably due to come out by the end of the year. And it will pack in all the features that the Air 2S has and a lot more. So it's going to be, you know, a more of a pro drone. Like I said, if you're looking for that, I would probably wait. So that's just my take on, you know, is it worth it upgrading from the Mavic Air 2 to the Air 2S at this point. Don't get me wrong, the Air 2S is a brilliant drone. You know, it's got some good features on there, but you know, they are just incremental upgrades because it does look exactly the same as the Mavic Air 2. It's just got these upward sensors on the top, but like I said, it's not going to make a lot of difference when you're flying the drone. If you could leave some comments below what you think on this video, if you've got the Mavic Air 2, would you upgrade to the Air 2S? So if you could comment below and let me know if that's something that you'd be looking to do, or you'd be waiting for the Mavic 3 or the Mavic Pro 3 to come out. So if you like the video, because that does help with the YouTube algorithm, and if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be much appreciated on BKM Tech and Gadgets. So hope to see you all soon on my next video on my channel, BKM Tech and Gadgets. Take care, stay safe.